What would you do if this was you? So am I the beep hole for refusing to let my in-laws bless our honeymoon before we leave? Cool. So I'm 31, just got married to my wife who's 29 last weekend. The wedding was mostly smooth, which is good. We like to hear that. But the drama started at the reception. Her family is very, very traditional. Afro-Caribbean with strong religious roots, and I respect that, but I didn't realize how far they take it. Okay. Right before we were about to leave for our honeymoon, her mum pulled me aside and said we couldn't just leave. We needed a marriage blessing first. But you just got married, you've done the blessing. What's the extras? So I assumed she meant a quick prayer. So I was like, cool, let's do it. But nah, this wasn't a simple prayer. I wonder where this is going. If it's not a prayer, then what else could it be? What else do we count as a blessing? Anyway, they wanted us to go into separate rooms with her parents and my parents and the pastor, where they would pray over us, anoint us with oil, and give us godly guidance on our first night together. Yeah, this is going a bit left. The godly guidance on our first night. Are they going to tell you the godly way to... Anyway, they even started hinting at purity and preparing ourselves for union in ways that made me very uncomfortable. I really wonder where this is going. Now, let's be clear. I have nothing against prayer. I'm a Christian myself, but this felt pretty invasive and weird, especially because we've been together for 5 years, living together for like 3 years. Like, what exactly are they preparing us for? We already know what we are doing. I'm sure you do. Anyway, I told my wife privately that I wasn't comfortable with this, and she got very upset, saying that it was just a tradition and it wouldn't take long. But what is this? I'm not understanding what this tradition is. Is it Christian? Is it traditional? Is it cultish? What are we doing here? You understand? Anyway, she said it wouldn't take long. But to me, this wasn't about the time. It was about boundaries. Keyword, boundaries. You need to set them. Even with your family members, you need to set boundaries. I didn't want our marriage to start feeling like we had to perform for her family. That's very important. If it doesn't feel natural, then yeah, I guess it's sort of classed as performing and being performative, and that's not very good. Anyway, when I refused, her mum looked hurt, and her dad straight up called me disrespectful. They started praying loudly in the reception hall instead, in front of the guests, basically making a scene. So basically, you're the demon of the house. They just categorized you. Forget about it. My wife is now very upset with me, saying that I embarrassed her over something so small. Am I the asshole for refusing the blessing, or was it right to set boundaries before we left the reception? So I guess they've gone through the whole wedding ceremony. They've done the blessing in the church. They've pretty much got through the reception. And then the bride's parents is basically trying to make them do an extra ceremony in some small room somewhere to teach them how to have sex in a godly way. That's basically what it's sounding like. To me, it's a bit crazy. It's a bit much. You know, once you get married in the church and, you know, got the blessing in God's eyes, I think that's enough. Like, what are we doing all these extra steps for? It's a bit extra. Nah, mate, I don't think you're in the wrong at all. If anything, you should have set your boundaries even harder. Yeah? All right. What would you do? In the comments below, let me know. Thank you.